Welcome to this very special webinar series brought to you by Business Insider India in partnership with NASSCOM. I'm Ridhima Bhatnagar. As we continue our continuous coverage of the fascinating world of the BPM industry, today we shed light on another crucial aspect, which is revolutionizing customer experience, innovating service hubs through technology. Now, you would all agree with me when I say the customer service industry and even the experience has, in a way, gone through a seismic shift over the last few years. If you compare it to the last 5 years, it is very different today. And all of that is because of technology and the advancements of technology. And because of that, even service hubs of how we knew them a few years ago to what we see them today are very different, because even they've gone through an evolution. They're far more sophisticated today. Once again, because of the aid of technology, specifically like artificial intelligence and Gen AI. Thus, that brings us to the big question. What is the next chapter? What is the future of service hubs? And that's exactly what we will try and discuss in our panel today. And we have a stellar panel joining us. Let me introduce our panel. We have Sanjay Kukreja, Global Technology Head of eClerx's. Hi, Sanjay. Good to have you with us.
Hi, Ridhima. Good to be here.
Before we get down to the brass tacks, just for better context of viewers who are watching us, and even people from within the industry, if I had to ask you how the service hubs were, say 5 years ago to now, how would you define them? How much change have you seen, and what is the big difference that has come?
That's a very good question, Ridhima. A couple of years back, 5-10 years back, the service hub were primarily running in silos, if I have to say. A large part of the service hub used to do voice work, chat work. There was some amount of automation that we used to do, CRM. Services which were which were very disjointed in nature. We tried getting a customer 360 view a couple of years back, but it was not very easy pulling data from all different data sets and trying to draw insights. I think, fast track to now, there are a lot of tools and technologies which are available in the market. A lot of progress has been done. And with this entire advent of data engineering, cloud engineering going full stream, generative AI, people have virtually moved to real-time assist for customers. So not only you have a full 360 of a customer which is available, all and the data that comes in is all pervasive across every omni-channel, and you have Gen AI tools which mine a lot of internal data sets, which are not only structured. There is a lot of unstructured data set which you also mine. And using models, you can respond back to clients to customers in a manner which is far superior to what agents were doing a couple of years.
I like the point that you're making, where you're saying that what you also need to understand is who you're catering to or who you're serving. And as you pointed out, there are multiple generations, and each generation has a different expectation. So, Sanjay, I want to bring you back in. What Abhinandan actually is saying is very crucial for us to go to our next bit, which is how do you cater to these different expectations? These are different experiences. Do we have the capability and the domain to try and curate it in a way in terms of what these expectations are?
Absolutely. I think all the panelists covered some of great points, and I'll go back to the point that I think Sameer mentioned of getting the domain angle into it, and Abhinandan covered the fact that you have 5 different generations, both on the customer side as well as the employee side.
Yeah.
So Ridhima, you were talking about how do you embed solutions? You were talking about cloud platforms, yes, which you can kind of drop into this entire ecosystem. So I think completely agree. Getting that right industry alignment, the domain alignment is very critical. The way you handle a banking customer from a service hub vis-a-vis the way you would handle a telecom customer from a service hub is very different. The data requirements are different. The data privacy angles are very, very different. The way you treat PII data is very different. There are aspects around GDPR, non-GDPR data sets. So that so the industry gets in a very big angle from pulling the domain in. Then what you leverage from a technology perspective, to kind of make sure that the experience of any customer across various persona
Sure.
is kind of catered in a very holistic manner, so that you
Yeah.
can keep on improving NPS score, CSAT score. That kind of also gets into a big angle. So at eClerx's, we build a capability which is very focused around telecom customers, to your example, which is very focused around multiple forms of input data sets, whether it is chat, voice, web form data coming in, where you transcribe, you kind of do sentiment analysis, behavior
Okay.
analysis, you extract, and you also have a real-time assist. And then you extract the best set of your calls or chat messages and use it back for agent training. So long answer, but going back to your point, making sure that the domain is embedded in your solution, making sure
Yeah.
your customer personas are embedded, and making sure the technology experience across omni-channel remains same for the customer.
Sure. So we'll talk about omnichannel also in just a bit, because that's very crucial to maintain that consistency across these platforms. I just have a small, question to ask, and before we start understanding the future trends and wrapping, which is that when we speak about the use of technology, I want to understand: is there specific data analytics that can in fact be used to predict customer needs? Because what you're essentially trying to do is use technology to save time to be more productive. So is there a way to preempt customer needs and expectations as well through data analytics?
Absolutely. All the data, you have large CRM tools which are in use. You have the likes of, somebody mentioned the likes of Genesis, Nice, Nexidia, which kind
Correct.
of your contact center tools, which are your touch point tools.
Mm.
So all that data anyway sits within the organization. And I think somebody anyway mentioned, the concept of next best action. So you have a lot
Yeah.
of customer data sitting. You can slice it and dice it. Take a 360 view of the customer. When a call or a text or a chat lands onto that agent's desk,
Yeah.
and the agent has to respond, you can use your GenAI models to mine structured and unstructured data, pull in past data, and not only solve the customer problem, also recommend a couple of next best action solutions for the customer.
Interesting.
So I think, as the panelists said before it, it's actually probably the best time to be in customer care or customer service. You have so much data sitting with you. For the first time, you have tools and technology which help you, mine structured, unstructured data.
Yeah.
Traditionally, people used to just query the CRM system or a biller system and get the structured data. This customer, this is what his past purchases, this was the
Yeah.
last complaint, and that's it. And then you get on a call and you try to start from step one and trying to
Yeah.
understand the problem. Now you have structured data. You have internal blogs, wikis, KDBs, which is called the knowledge databases, setting in,
Mm.
where somebody would have solved a similar problem for some other customer, but not kind of updated the core platform, but
Yeah.
would have a wiki written out there so that you can pull that data in. And you
Yeah.
can also do a lot of intelligence around relevancy of what you pull in while responding back to the customer, and recency,
Okay.
which earlier used to be a big challenge to respond to customer needs. So I think
Yeah.
surely there's so much technology which is which is at your disposal to help answer it, and it's these things that we are also driving with our customers, which customers are also liking for which our clients are also liking for the first time.
Yeah, so this is interesting. That's exactly what I wanted to understand, that how are you eliminating the time? What are the learnings that have been from the time when we didn't have these advancements? So very